Hi everyone, I am Els aka The Witch and welcome back to my channel. Today I am very excited because I have some exclusive game footage from the new Marvel Avengers game which is coming out in 2020, and also I'm going to be talking you through an experience that I had at the exclusive gameplay event with Virgin Media and Marvel Games for the new release. So I'm going to be talking you through my experience of the event as a whole and then going through my thoughts on the game, including some exclusive gaming footage that you won't have seen. But firstly, let's talk about the game. So it's out in May next year, and if you haven't seen the trailer already, I'll link it in the description. So it starts on A-Day, so there's an award show, there's a big explosion, and the Avengers are basically blamed for the attack. They're rejected by the community and they basically have to disband and they disappear into thin air. And in their place, a new organization is formed called AIM, who are basically in place to protect citizens and humanity. Anyway, skip forward 5 years and the world is just gone upside down. There's robots looking after people, which they claim are benefiting humanity and helping them out. However, there is a conspiracy that they are actually an anti-superhero group. So a superhero fan called Kamala Khan decides she wants to get the Avengers back together to defeat AIM, and that is where we start the game. But for the demo, we get to play as the 5 superheroes: Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America and Black Widow, and it's just amazing. I'm excited for you guys to see the footage and I'm excited for you to hear my thoughts on the game. But before that, let me quickly talk you through the experience that I had at the gameplay event with Virgin Media and Marvel Avengers game. You start at the top and you walk down the staircase and there's arrows pointing you where to go. It's all about the hashtag embrace your powers. And you go into a corridor where there is pulsating lights going down the corridor. It's a really cool effect. And you take photos, then you go through into the theatre where everyone had a screening of the trailer. This is the theatre room, my private theatre room, you know.
We're pretty excited to have you guys here and show you guys what we've been developing. On that note, hope you enjoyed the trailer.
Peggy 16.
Marvel's Avengers is a third-person action-adventure game featuring an all-new original story.
Once the trailer was done, some vault doors opened and we were in the experience. If you went straight forward, you entered into a chamber almost, where all of the costumes for the different superheroes in the game were there. So here's me with Iron Man. I think in the game, Hulk's my favourite, so let's go ahead with Hulk. Me and Hulk. But one thing I will say is, if my hair was back to ginger, then I would be Black Widow. So this is my outfit, me and Black Widow. For Hulk and this, she saved the day. She reassembles. Her task is to reassemble all of the Avengers. Avengers reassemble. So that was amazing just to see the costumes in person in life-size form and how detailed they are. And to be honest, I just wanted to put them on, like I wanted to be Black Widow. Then we also had some sketches, some artwork from the Marvel universe, the Marvel games, which was absolutely amazing. So they had a walkway of the artwork on your right, which led through to the main room where you could play the game. When you walk in, there is a massive statue of Captain America, and this is one of the things in the trailer that caught my eye. At the beginning of the game, they think that Captain America has died, potentially, so they have a memorial of Captain America. We had to queue up by the statue, then we got to play the game again. I've actually played it twice now because I played it once at EGX back in October, so this was my second time. Hey guys, so I'm about to play the gameplay for the second time. Initially Hulk was my favourite character, but I'm going to play again now and let you guys know. I'm going to do a full breakdown later on in the video as to my thoughts on the game, but I'm excited to play again, so let's get into it. The last element to the experience, which was one of my favorites just because I was quite hungry, was the ice cream. So we could get different ice cream flavors, which were absolutely lovely. Whilst I was there, I managed to speak to the creative developer of the game, which is an absolute honor. I don't think people appreciate how long it takes to create a game.
Yeah, and how difficult this particular game is, because it's not just one hero. You have 5 that you have to create, and 5 with different gameplay styles. You know, the Hulk, the bull in the china shop, Thor the god, Black Widow the assassin, Captain America, right? And, you know, Iron Man is the flying sort of rocket.
Who's your favorite, if you had to pick one out?
So I'm a super Hulk fan.
Hulk's my favorite as well.
Super Hulk fan. But I have to say, after playing Kamala, I was a little bit moved on that needle.
I think when people play it, they'll realise how much effort and detail is in the game.
It's awesome. Yeah. And I think they will appreciate what it's like to feel, more importantly on the stick, what it's like to feel like these guys.
Yeah, because you really like get into it when you're playing it, and it's kind of like you're following the character around and you're moving with them. It's more of a connection with the character, I think.
Yeah, and for us, it was important to capture that experience. I know the team at Crystal have been working their butts off.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you so much.
I know I was strapped down, and it's been an honour.
No,
thank
great.
you, and go and play the game in May when it's out.
Absolutely.
So that was the experience, and now I'm going to talk to you guys about my thoughts on the demo and just talk you through some of the gameplay. So as I said, this was my second time playing the game. I played it first at EGX, and then the second time was the other night at the gaming event. And it was a nice refresh to refresh my memory, to see if my views had changed on any of the characters, on who my favorite was, because basically the demo is right at the introduction of the game. So it is after the A-Day, the award show, the big explosion happens, and we first start with Thor. I did really like playing as Thor. I think it was quite easy to pick up, and also the hammer produces a lot of damage. So you're able to kill more than one person at once. You're able to damage concrete so that you can progress across the bridge. I think he was one of the more easy characters to pick up.
Hey, get back here!
We then play as Iron Man. I wasn't the best at Iron Man, let's be honest. As Iron Man, you are flying across the bridge, and you have to shoot other agents in front of you to try and kill them. So it's more about your aim. It reminded me a little bit of a first-person shooter, or a game where you're in a vehicle and you have to shoot in front of you. It was kind of like that. You use the right analog stick to aim and then R2 to fire. I didn't mind him, just personally my aim isn't very good when I'm doing that. But I have spoken to other people and they really liked playing as Iron Man. We then play as Hulk, and Hulk was my favourite superhero to play as. I don't know why, I just think it was quite satisfying being able to pick up an enemy and then kill other enemies by just swiping them all. I really like that, and you can jump from wall to wall, you can slam on the ground with a massive impact that creates damage to the enemies around you, and I just found him very easy to pick up and very satisfying, just to like button bash the square button a lot.
Cap, what's going on over there?
Not sure, Nat. Seems like the reactor's malfunctioning.
We then completely change to Captain America, who is not on the bridge. He, I think, is on a ship, and it's basically deteriorating very quickly. To be honest, from most of the people that I've spoken to, Captain America did come out on top as the best character. One of the things I loved about him is you can use your shield to actually cause a lot of damage and stun your enemies, so then you can kill them. I think what I liked about Captain America is it was more about combat, and I really loved the detail and the scenery around Captain America when you play him. So for that reason, I did really like him.
Romanov!
And then finally, you get to play as Black Widow, who is a close runner-up in my favourite character that I played in the demo. So for Black Widow, you get to play the boss of the introduction, and I love how she can just change from doing combat to getting her guns out and shooting people and jumping around, and I think that she's one to watch. In terms of gameplay, I really enjoyed playing as her. So yeah, she's my second. Hulk's my favourite. Then it was Black Widow, but to be honest, they were all really good. And one thing I do really like from the demo, and something that I'm really excited for when I play the full game, is the fact that it's basically 5 or 6 games in one. Obviously, we didn't play as Miss Marvel, but we'll see her because she's the main protagonist in the actual game and you start off as her. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like to play with her. But in essence, it's literally 6 different types of gameplay in one, and you really easily transitioned between each of the different superheroes, the different characters in the game, and that's something I really liked, and to be honest, I'm just really excited about it.
Some say they were set up. Others call them murderers.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce.
So I hope you guys have got a little insight, a little exclusive into the game, which, as I said, is out in May next year. If you guys are Marvel fans, then please let me know in the comments. And thank you once again to Virgin Media for putting on a great event for the gameplay exclusive. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the footage from that. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Do give it a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, comment, and let me know if you're excited for the game or if this video has made you excited for the game. And I will look forward to seeing you guys very soon. Bye bye.